What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of WWE's Biggest Issue. Last week's episode I talked about who should challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal title. Now I'm going to be talking about who should challenge Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental title. And if you guys notice that my voice is a little bit deeper than normal, that's because I'm actually slightly under the weather, so I do apologize for it. But I should be okay by tomorrow. Who knows? But anyway, let's talk about this. So obviously we know that the Intercontinental title is one of the most prestigious championships in all of WWE, dating all the way back to 1979. 1979, so 79. 89, 99, 2009, 2019, 2021. So it's been around for 42 years, over 4 decades. Over 4 decades of excellence with the Intercontinental Championship, dating back to when Hall of Famer Pat Patterson had won the title via a tournament in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and since then more than 24 Hall of Famers had actually won the title and defended it with honor and with respect for what the title meant. Now we have Apollo Crews as champion, and I have to admit he's been a pretty dominant champion, if I do say so myself. Much to the chagrin of the fact that he has Commander Azeez helping him out. But that being said, let's talk about the roster for a second, because we have Big E. We've got Cesaro, we have Angelo Dawkins, we have Chad Gable, we've got Jey Uso, we've got Dominic Mysterio, Dolph Ziggler, Jimmy Uso, Kevin Owens, King Corbin, Montez Ford, we've got Otis, we've got Roman Reigns, Robert Roode, Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and of course Shinsuke Nakamura, and we do have actually a few others as well on the roster as well. But to be honest, this has been this past year, the 2020-2021 year has been just crazy, just absolutely insane. I mean, with the fact that that this pandemic has just completely tore everybody apart. It tore the WWE apart, literally, forcing WWE to release a lot of good talent. Women like Deonna Purrazzo and Tainara Conti, and guys like Steve Cutler and Wesley Blake. It's just insanity, absolutely crazy. But that being said, honestly, there are only 3 people. I feel that should challenge for the title, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to explain why. So obviously, Big E is now out of the picture for the title. Kevin Owens is now out of it because he failed to capture the title. Sami Zayn is out because now he's back into the rivalry with Owens. So that only leaves what? As far as like the singles competitors go, that leaves what? Cesaro, Jey Uso potentially, Jimmy Uso potentially, King Corbin, potentially Roman Reigns if he was down for it, maybe Seth Rollins, Shinsuke. That's what's left. Honestly, I feel like if I had to pick 3, I would say Cesaro, King Corbin, and Seth Rollins. Because here's the thing, Cesaro, people forget Cesaro is a former United States champion, and he's a 7-time tag team champion. So he knows his way around not just the tag team division, but also the singles division as well. And again, he was United States champion for well over what, 200 days, I think, if I remember correctly. He held the title for quite a while, actually, for quite a while. But given the fact that he's now injured, I don't think he'll be coming back, and I don't think he'll be coming back within the next, like, well, I know that, hold on, I know that, sorry guys, my mind's going blank. From what Caleb Braxton had said this past Friday night on SmackDown, Cesaro is supposedly going to be coming back this week on SmackDown. But with the extent of the injuries, I really don't see it. I really don't see Cesaro coming back this week. Even if he does, you know damn well that Seth Rollins is just going to put him back on the injured reserve list, because all he wants to do is make Cesaro embrace the vision. There's no vision to embrace. Coming from me, as somebody who wants to work with the WWE, you guys know, y'all know I've been hitting them up for the last couple years. Nothing's come up, but it'll come up. But there's really no vision to embrace, honestly. Seth Rollins is just doing this because of the fact that the Fiend changed him. And we all know, once you get touched by the Fiend, you change. Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, just to name a few, yeah, definitely, yeah. But as far as Cesaro goes, Cesaro versus Apollo, that would be a pretty cool matchup to watch, because Apollo is a my mind is going blank, like stupid blank. He's a former Olympian. He's a former U.S. Olympian, and he's a former United States champion. He's now the current Intercontinental Champion, and honestly, he has a lot of potential to be a true threat to the entire SmackDown roster. Literally, he does. So, you know, Cesaro on the other hand, he's a seven-time tag team champion. He's a former United States champion, and Cesaro he looks like a powerlifter. He legitly he looks like a powerlifter. And if I remember correctly, I believe he was a powerlifter, if I remember right. But not only that, but he was a former European rugby star who was banned from league play due to excessive aggression, of course. Which honestly, you can't blame Cesaro. He was able to take those skills into the wrestling world, and now again, he's a former United States champion. He's a former tag team champion. He won the first ever Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 3 in New Orleans. He has a lot of experience in the ring. Apollo Crews has only been in WWE for only like since 2016, if I remember correctly. So for that alone, the big question is Cesaro worthy of challenging for the Intercontinental title? Yes, he is one potential candidate. Another potential candidate, again, as I mentioned, is King Corbin, because King Corbin is also a former United States champion. He's a multi-time Golden Gloves boxing champion, and is also a former Money in the Bank winner, and of course, as his name suggests, he is the King of the Ring. So, with those accolades alone, he could be another. He could be one that could very maybe will be a potential threat to Apollo's reign as champion, even with Commander Azeez in Apollo's corner. There's King Corbin. King Corbin is like a ring general. He's like a ring general. He will isolate you from the person that accompanied you to the ring. He will isolate you from that X factor. Corbin knows his way around the ring, and I can definitely see that happen. I can definitely see that matchup happening. I mean, two guys who have a mutual respect for one another due to royalty. That could be a pretty cool matchup. Now, Seth Rollins, on the other hand, his last run as Intercontinental Champion didn't really do so well. It didn't do so well for him because of the fact that he was, well, let's just say he was in a rivalry with Dean Ambrose, and it got to, it didn't bode so well for Seth. But honestly, though, it's Seth Rollins. I'm not going to take any of his accomplishments away from him. I just feel like if Seth Rollins were to come back to the Seth Rollins of old, you know the Seth Rollins that we all used to know and love, Seth Rollins who always liked to burn it down. That Seth Rollins could be a big threat to Apollo's reign as champion, but with this Seth Rollins, I don't know. I really don't see it happening, honestly. Again, those are just the three potential candidates that could challenge him. But if we're gonna be realistic here, hands down, it's probably gonna be Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Big E all over again, because all three men, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Big E, they're all former multi-time Intercontinental champions. Sami Zayn is also a former NXT champion as well. Kevin Owens is a former Universal champion, a former 3-time United States champion, and a former NXT champion as well. And Big E, he's a 10-time tag team champion, a former NXT champion, and a 2-time Intercontinental champion. So he knows a lot about singles competition, and let's be real, Big E is going to be put back into the title picture and challenge Apollo Crews, honestly. But again, I feel like as if King Corbin, Seth Rollins, and Cesaro should be the ones to challenge him. That way, because that way, guys like Big E, guys like Kevin Owens, or you guys like Sami Zayn could potentially challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship, in which we're literally 2 weeks away. We're literally less than 2 weeks away from Hell in a Cell, and there's only 3 matches on the card. There's Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's title. There's Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE title, and then there's Bianca Belair versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title. There's been rumors going around. There's been reports saying that those 3 matches will be contested inside Hell in a Cell. If that is the case, I'm actually excited for it. I'm very excited for it. But again, Big E, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, I feel like should challenge Roman Reigns instead of Apollo Crews, because you know that if it's Apollo Crews, Commander Azeez is going to get involved and just pretty much do the same thing that Jey Uso has done for the last year, and that's keep the title on the champion, basically. So, but yeah, again, those guys, King Corbin, Seth Rollins, Cesaro, Intercontinental title, Owen, KO, Sami Zayn, Big E, I can seeing them challenging Roman Reigns. But guys, that is going to do it for this episode of WWE's Biggest Issue. I know that this was relatively short, but there really wasn't much to talk about. I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on who should challenge Apollo for for the title. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below the question of the day. Who do you guys think should challenge Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental Championship? Let me know in the comments below. And that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button if you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, which gets posted every Monday. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to check me out on Twitter and Instagram. All the links will be down in the description below. And if you guys have fan mail that you want to send me and want me to open up on the channel, my address will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.